So I had the Pixel 4a for a little over a month now, and with the Pixel 5a and the 4a 5G coming out later this month, I wanted to show you some of my favorite tips and tricks for this phone. So let's get started. If you're looking for tech reviews that give you the information that you actually care about, then hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. There are so many things that our smartphones can do that save time and frustration. Now, I want to talk to you today about my top 10 tips and tricks that I use on the Pixel 4a, and I do have a bonus that might actually blow your mind. So before I get started, what features do you use on your smartphones that you absolutely love? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Now on the Pixel 4a, you'll notice at the bottom of the phone itself, there's a little more real estate. Well, you also might not realize that your 3-button navigation system is gone. So the best way to bring that back is to go into settings and start typing system navigation, and you'll see it populate. You can tap on that and it will bring you to your gestures menu. Now there are a lot of other things on here that we'll get into in a moment, but I want to talk about the system navigation, and right now it's set up for gestures. Now you're going to go ahead and go in there and you see you do have the option to bring back that 3-button setup. You can click on that and boom, you're ready to go. Now there are other navigation items that I do want to cover real quick here. If you double tap the sleep wake button, that will open up your camera. Now of course, if you want to take a selfie, if you twist the phone twice, that will swap the camera to the front lens. Same thing to go backwards. Very, very cool trick to do. The other thing that I really like as part of what I consider navigation is the flip to shush. So if your phone is facing up and you have a call come in, you can set it up to go ahead and turn it over and it will silence the phone. Now the best way to set that up again is to go into your settings and you can actually type flip to shush. So once you're in here, you'll notice that you have the flip to shush and you can set that up. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the tap to check the phone, and that will allow you to double tap on there to look at your notifications or any other info on your screen. Now you see that there are a lot of other items on here. We'll get into a couple of those in a moment, but this is a great place to take a look at your gestures and set the phone up to work the way that you like to. I don't think people use this enough or realize that you can actually customize this, but typically on here you will see your network, your Bluetooth, do not disturb, flashlight, but if you swipe to the right, there are some more gestures on here. However, you can also add gestures to this by tapping the little pencil down in the left corner. It brings up a bunch of other features that you can go ahead and tap to hold to bring on your drop-down menu. Now that is very, very handy. You can go ahead and look at those and see if there's something that you would want to add to get to a little bit more quicker. Now if you go back into that menu, you'll also notice on the right-hand side there's another little cog. Well, that's your settings cog. So if you want to go ahead and leave the avatar off of your phone and not have that on there, you can simply swipe down and access your settings that way. A little bit easier and a little bit cleaner. Now there are a few different functions that you can do on here, but first and foremost, if you tap and hold on the screen, you've got home settings, widgets, styles, and wallpapers. As far as the home settings go, this will allow you to do notification dots, at a glance, add app icons to home screen, swipe to access Google app, which gives you a bunch of information. You got suggestions, and something that I think is the tip that I want to share with you today, allow your home screen to rotate. If you tap that on there and open it up, you'll notice once you turn your phone sideways, it will go ahead and go into landscape mode. That is absolutely really cool, especially if you're going to be using this in your car to give you a little bit more real estate. So going down the list next, we got widgets. This is the best way to go in and search for any widget that you want to add to your screen to get to your information a little quicker or just check it out at a glance. I always like to add calendars or sports, weather, things that I like to get to that I don't necessarily have to open up to get the information for. And of course, last but not least, we've got styles and wallpapers. You can go ahead and set your wallpapers on here. And if you notice on the bottom left-hand side here, you have style. You can change the way that your text looks, the colors, everything on there. It is endless to be able to customize this. Not only that, you can do it on your own and have your own setup and colors so you can have it the way that you want to look. Now, if you notice on your Pixel 4a, you do have your battery up there, but it doesn't give you your percentage, and we all know we need to see that percentage to see where we're at. So, if you slide down to your navigation again at the top, and there's battery saver, if you tap and hold on that, that will bring you into your menu, and this actually gives you more than just go ahead and turning on your battery percentage, which you'll see right down there about halfway down. You can turn that on. You'll notice on the top right corner, boom, your battery percentage goes on. Now, there are a lot of other tips and tricks in here to be able to help maximize your battery. Now, you've got apps are running normally. The phone will know that it is running down a little bit. Maybe if you want to close something, you have the ability to do battery saver, which will help you run less battery throughout the day. Adaptive battery, it helps extend your battery life based on your phone usage. And something that people talk a lot about, mainly tech reviewers, last full charge and your screen usage. That gives you an idea of how long you've been on your phone and how much battery you get out of it. I didn't really know what else to call this, so I just said that. But two of my favorite features as far as using the phone is dark mode and, of course, your night mode. And what is that? Well, if you go ahead and do your pull down menu, I have them added on here already. You may need to add them, adding that little pencil deal there. But your dark theme will allow your screen to get a little bit darker and invert everything, which is extremely nice, especially at night. Some people may not like this and they might like it to be off during the day, and that's fine. But if you're someone that lies in bed and likes to look at your phone, the night mode, or night light they refer to it as, will actually get rid of the blue tint on your screen and make it a little more orange, again, to be easier on your eyes. Now, this is something that you may not know. Go ahead and just open up any app where you have your keyboard pop up, and if you'll notice in the little bar at the top of the letters, there is, again, access to the settings. Once you click on that, it will bring you into your keyboard setup, and what I really want to show you here is what's under preferences. Once you click that, top row there, number row. I have no idea why this is turned off, but if you go back into any keyboard, you now have your numbers at the top. I absolutely love that. I think that is just so much easier. Instead of tapping and holding, you kind of move a little faster when you're typing. Now, if we go back into those settings, another thing I want to talk about is theme. You can kind of dress up your keyboard a little bit here. You notice they do have some default colors. They do have different colors, landscapes you can download, light gradient, dark gradient, and of course they have show more. So if you want to completely customize the look of your keyboard, you can do that through the settings. I'm not joking. The fingerprint sensor is more than just letting you into your phone. And to be able to activate that, go into settings and start typing swipe. And you'll see there you've got swipe fingerprint. So go ahead and tap on that. And you'll notice you have swipe your fingerprint for notifications. Go ahead and turn that on. And once you do that, you go back out. You look at your fingerprint sensor on the back. If you slowly swipe that down, that will bring down your navigation menu, which is another way to access it instead of having to touch your screen. Now, this phone may be too big for some people. They may not like having to reach up top, and that is a faster way to be able to reach that. The only thing I want you to be careful is if you have a case on this, that is definitely something that could inhibit being able to slide down and effectively use this. Now, this is something I don't think a lot of people know until somebody tells you or you accidentally do it, but you can take a screenshot of your display, and to do that, you do your sleep-wake button and volume down at the same time, and it will take a picture. Now, if you'll notice, you can share that, or you can actually go in and edit it, and again, you can draw all over it, you can make notes, change colors, reverse it, go backwards, and it's just something to be able to make notes on if you've got something important to show. Now, this is something that has been on Android for a little while now, and if you go ahead and open up an app, now if you've got your three buttons down the bottom, you're just going to hit the square and that's going to open up your multi-screens to be able to access your different apps, but you're going to tap and hold in this instance on the YouTube logo, and boom, you've got your split screen. Now, once you do that, it's going to go ahead and bring up more screens that you can look at that'll add to the bottom. In this instance, we'll just add the Chrome. And you can go ahead, if you notice there's a little bar in the middle there, if you tap and hold, you can go ahead and resize this to give you a little more real estate. Say if you're watching a video, it can move it to a standard size, and you got a little more room to scan up and down on your browser or whatever it is that you're using. Now, this is a really cool feature on Pixel 4a, is the Now Playing function. And if you go into settings, you can set that up, again, by searching for Now Playing. And once you go in here, you can actually let the phone listen wherever you're out, listening to a song that you may not know who it is or something that you want to save. If you turn that on to show songs on your lock screen, the next time you have a song come up, you can literally just look at your phone and go, oh, that's who sings that, or oh, that's where I can download from, and I know how to look for it. So that's something I think is pretty cool that I think a lot of people might actually use. I know I enjoy listening to music. It's something that I think I would like to check out. Now for the bonus, this absolutely blew my mind. And of course, it's going to be on the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G. And that's the night mode. Now, it's not just regular night mode where you're taking a picture. If you set this sucker up on a tripod, it will do a shot for minutes. I'm not talking seconds, minutes. And I believe, I can't remember off the top of my head if it was 1 or 2 minutes, but it takes absolutely fantastic night shots. Now, if you want to see that in action, I got a playlist right here for the Pixel 4a. You can check it out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I got a ton of footage coming up on the Pixel 5 and the 4a 5G. You guys take it easy and have a great day.